But the big news is that the Cartagena tour is sold out. Last week we had, I think, one more spot left or two spots left, I'm not sure. But it's completely sold out now, and we do not have any spots in that moment. So now I know you guys, it always happens on every tour, like, but I want to go, and I didn't have the time to sign up earlier, or my credit card didn't work or something. I couldn't get the time off from work, so now my boss gave me the time off, and now I want to go. So what should I do? So there are 2-3 options what you can do. The first one is get on the waiting list. Okay, so we have a waiting list. You can just write to me or to Michelle. Michelle, the email address is groupdesk@loveme.com. Lovememail.com, I think, groupdesk@lovememail.com. And so you can reach out to Michelle, or you write me an email, afacolombia7@gmail.com. I want to get on the waiting list. So what is the waiting list? Why is the waiting list a good idea? And if that makes sense, so why the waiting list? We always usually, right now there is no more space, but we have 10 more days before the tour starts. And I hope that all of the guys can go, but sometimes some guys have to cancel last minute because they get sick or something happens with the family or whatever, right? Or work or whatever. So sometimes we do have last minute cancellations 2, 3, 4, 5 days prior. So if you get on the waiting list, we obviously reach out to you and ask you if you want to go. If you don't want to go, no problem, right? Then it's very last minute, you're not, but you will be the first one asked. So if you want to go, get on the waiting list and say, Cartagena waiting list, please sign me up. And then we take you on the list. And then in case somebody cancels, we call you up. It has happened. We had guys, we had up to 2, 3, sometimes 4 guys. I hope it will not happen on this tour, canceling very last minute. So some of you might be flexible and might be able to go. For the ones who are on that Cartagena tour, please, guys, don't worry. We're going to do the conference call on Monday. We were supposed to do it today, but a couple of things came up and we couldn't make it today. So that's why we had to cancel it today last minute, but our conference call for the Cartagena tour will be on Monday. Usually we do it on Friday, but here's bank holiday this weekend. The Easter week starts tomorrow, so basically people are already going into vacation, and tomorrow and Friday is bank holiday in Colombia. And so that is why we don't do it on this Friday. Usually the tour starts on Thursday, so we do it the Friday prior. But that's why we wanted to do it a little bit earlier, but we're going to do it on Monday. So the ones who wanted to connect today and we didn't do it, we will do it on Monday, okay? 5 p.m. Colombian time, 3 p.m. Phoenix time. So look into your mail. You should have the agenda and you should have the conference call information by now. So guys, that was just for the guys who go on the Cartagena tour. So if you want to go on the waiting list, send an email, go on the waiting list. Cartagena is an amazing city. It's beautiful to be there. It is a lot of fun because you're basically in the Caribbean. You are at the beach. You are on the islands. We go and make an island trip. We do the party bus. We do a penthouse party. We do the city tour. We do so many things in Cartagena. And Cartagena was actually the city where AFA started the first office. And it is like our home base a little bit, right? So Cartagena's tours are always great. I will be there next week. Alexandra will be there next week. Manuela will be there next week. Ladies, the office manager of Cartagena, you met her 2 weeks ago. She will be there next week, and lots of other people as well. Obviously, we have a huge staff there, and so we will be there. So, and now the next tour is the Medellin tour, okay? So you will be asked, but if I cannot do it on this date, what can I do? Which tour can I go to? We have the Medellin tour coming up. So Medellin is on June 1st. I will go into the Medellin tour in a second. I think some of you guys are saying hi to me, so I would like to say hi back to you. McKissick is saying, buenas noches, mis amigos. McKissick, buenas noches, amigo. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué están haciendo? What are you doing? What are you up for, guys? So McKissick is communicating here. Mark, good evening, Mark. Mark is saying good evening, Maria. Hi, Mark. Good evening. Nice that you are here tonight. And Luke is saying, I would love to do the social and meet women. When is the next one? Okay, I knew that it's going to happen, that question. So yeah, Medellin tour June will be the next one. Will be actually an amazing tour because, so that I will start talking about Medellin. I thought I would wait a bit, but okay, I talk about Medellin. because we're going to actually have a new venue, a new hotel, and it's going to be big. So I'm very excited. We're working on that for a long time. I'm negotiating with the hotels, with the venue, looking for the best location for a couple of months now, because we love to do our venue and our accommodation in the Du Parc. Our office is located in the Hotel Du Parc, but the venue is not big enough for our tours. And I always had to limit the tours to 14, maximum 15 guys in Medellin, because there are no more spaces in the venue. But you guys always want to go to Medellin. I have so many of you going to Medellin and wanting to go to Medellin. So I got a new bigger venue. I got a bigger hotel. It's actually amazing. It's a beautiful 4-star hotel in one of the best locations. It was actually one of the recommendations, one of our clients who goes regularly to Medellin. And I actually visited the hotel like 3-4 years ago, but it was too big at that time because our groups were not that big. But now we get a lot of demand. We do have huge groups. Everybody wants to go to Medellin. It's like our most demanded city. And so, yeah, I'm really, really happy to be in that new venue. The salon, the venue is beautiful, big. The girls will love it. As I said, it's in the best location. It's in the Villa de Oro, which is in the Poblado. But in the Poblado business area, where our other hotel was located, the Hampton. But that hotel is a lot better than the Hampton. Not because the Hampton is a bad hotel. Hampton by Hilton is a great hotel, but the category is one more. It's 4-star. The Hampton is 3-star. So I'm very, very excited about that Medellin tour. So guys, I recommend you have if there's one tour you should think about going this year, then it will be this one in Medellin, because it's always great, right? But just the fact that we have the hotel together in one place, the venue together in one place, we can do a big venue. We have a lot of demand. Lots of women want to go. And as from the office, we can stay in the hotel and we will work from the hotel. So we will have everything in one place. So you have basically the hospitality suite, us there. And so, yeah, that will be amazing. Then we do obviously the other activities, the additional activities. So I'm very excited about that new venue in Medellin. And guys, sign up for the tour. We already are not sold out, but we already have quite a few spaces sold. The good thing is, as I said, I can go bigger this time, so it's not that limited as it is before. But obviously spaces are not unlimited, because obviously I have to do the social dynamic, right? And I do the speed dating where everybody goes from table to table. It's not like in the Ukraine where you go on a big party and you meet a lot of people and just talk to anybody you want to talk, which is a great thing too, but we do a different system here. So I cannot usually do more than 20, maybe a little bit more. But so that's just that you know that we also have not unlimited spaces, right? So if you want to go to Medellin, save your spot, you just have to deposit right now $475 to secure your spot. And 30 days prior, you can still move the deposit to another date, no problem, if you can't make it. But I would recommend you that you reserve your spot rather soon. And if you then want to move, you move. But yeah, just don't miss out, because as I said, like on every tour, we always have guys, I wanted to go on that tour. Why did it sell out? I wanted to go. So make sure that you sign up early and don't wait until the last minute. Okay. So let's see, you guys. I see a lot of questions already. So let's see. Ricky saying, hello, Maria. Hi, Ricky. Nice that you are here tonight. Good that you are here. Close the arc. Do the ladies see online when we put them on our hot list? No, the women do not see you when you put them on a hot list. This is totally anonymous, and so they have no idea. They also, they don't know. So you can just put them there and everything is good. If you want to let her know, you have to reach out to her, right? You can write her a letter, you can do a video call with her or meet her in person. Then you can let her know that you had her on your hot list, but she will get no notification. Clinton Samuels. Hello, Maria. Greetings from Toronto. Hi, welcome. I hope to be on the Medellin tour in June. Clinton, that would be amazing to have you there. If you don't know how to sign up, we did actually a tutorial last time how to sign up for the tour. I think we posted it in one of our channels, but if not, you can just send me an email and ask me how to sign up for the tour. I will send you the link and then you can just do it. You can also just go, if not, to loveme.com and then on the right-hand side, click on the Latin tours. But sometimes it's a little bit complicated with the website. So if you want, write me an email and I send you the link so that you can sign up. But I would love to meet you, and great that you're thinking about coming. It's a great tour. Sharon Carter, hi, how are you doing today? Sharon, I'm great. How are you? I'm in a new space in Santa Marta. I know if you guys know, it's a little city in Colombia, and I just moved, so that's why you see a different setting right now. But everything is going great. We're doing great. We're getting ready for the Easter week. So I told you that the girls are getting to travel, but everybody's doing really, really good right now. Trey, question: can you speak a little bit about the Latin Club, the individual tour for those of us not interested in the socials? Yes, of course. So guys, if you do not want to go on the tour, we have other services as well. And so there are different ones, right? So one is the Latin Club. So what is Trey talking about? The Latin Club is like an individual tour where you can decide if you want to go 7, 10, or 14 days. So you can select the service, the amount of time you want, and you can have up to 3 dates per day. So that doesn't mean you will have 3 dates per day. That depends obviously on the availability of the woman, and if the women are interested in meeting you. And so so that depends a little bit on the woman as well, but we try to get you up to 3 dates per day. And so so that is one great option. You have the airport pickup included as well. And so you send a list of women's profiles in, you send your own profile information in, like your photos, your profile information, and the list of women you would like to meet, and then we reach out to them, and you can meet them, right? And we set up the dates for you. That is the individual introductions, and then we also have, that's the Latin Club, and then we have the individual introductions where you pay per introduction. So if you do not want more than 10 dates, you can pay individually per date. And that's a lot cheaper. If you want to go 6, 7, 8 dates, it's cheaper than going the Latin Club. The Latin Club starts by 1,500 for the 7 days, and then 1,700 for the 10 days, and then 1,900 around-ish for the 14 days. And if you do individual introduction, it's a lot cheaper. So that is about that. And then we have the Elite Club as well. I will talk about that in a moment. And I will also answer some more of your questions. But guys, before I get more into that, I would like to show you the testimonials of some of our guys who did go on a tour and who gave a little bit of feedback how it was for them. And then I get back to you with the questions. At the end, we look at the woman and we look at everything else as well. If your questions on the tour, what to do, what not to do, what tips can I do for you or give you. But we start with 2 testimonials. One is James and the other one is Mike. And I see you just in a bit, guys.
Today we are with James. Hello, James. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very well. James, I want to know how was your experience in Barranquilla in the tour?
It's been great. This is my 2nd tour with AFA. This is better than the other one I had. It's been fantastic. I learned a lot from the other guys. And the girls been nice, no problems, and it's been a really good time here.
This experience was something that you was expecting, or is totally different from what you was expecting?
I've been to Colombia before. This is really my 11th time here. This has been the other ones I did in Bogota, but I knew expected, but the soldiers were different when you see on the videos, and that was amazing.
That's great. And can you tell us about something about the ladies, and what can you tell us about?
They're very nice. They're very sincere. They tell you the truth about everything. You're just gonna be honest with them. You can't lie to them. So you're just gonna be behaved, and just gotta be, you gotta have good manners,
And your experience with Nini, can you tell us a bit?
She's a good person. I'd love to be with her. It's be my 3rd day with her. I want to get to know her more, and hopefully come back and see her sometime in the future. She's a great gal, and I like her a lot.
Nini, ¿cómo ha sido tu experiencia conociendo a Jane?
Pues ha sido una experiencia muy agradable conocer a Jane. Es un caballero muy bonito, bien atento. Y pues bien, a ver cómo se dan las cosas con Jane.
Bueno, les deseamos toda la suerte. James, I hope that you can find what you're looking for here in Barranquilla. Nini, también para ti, espero que puedas encontrar lo que estás buscando aquí en AFA. Thank you so much for sharing with us your experience in Barranquilla, James.
Thank you.
Hello, guys. Today we are with Mike, the client who was in the last tour in Barranquilla. Hello, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
Okay, Mike, I want to know how was your experience in Barranquilla?
It was a really good experience. You know, there have been a few ups and downs, you know, kind of like a roller coaster ride, but overall, it's been pretty good.
And how was the process from the correspondence, the letters, and they come here in presence that they feel in the real city with the ladies?
Process have been really good. It got difficult, you know, kind of like in the beginning, but as time goes, you know, it got really good. And I purchased 2 packages, and when it comes to writing letters and pictures and everything, you know, sometimes from the women are true. There may happen to be one. It's not that it's not true. It's just that the connection didn't happen on how it should, and despite misunderstandings and confusions, you know. But overall, you know, it's been good, you know, and you have to really be mentally prepared, you know, because even in this tour, you'll be successful, but before you get to be successful, there's a chance that you might go through a heartbreak, but you'll be successful. The company really helps to make success happen.
So I want to know the first time that you come to Barranquilla, and was like you was expecting or was different? And tell me a little about the event, the activities, for the first time that you come to Barranquilla.
First time I came to Cartagena, it was a little bit more than I expected. I've seen houses that reminds me of back in my country, back in the 90s. You know, some of those beautiful houses. And I've seen, you know, like nice buildings here, and there's beautiful trees, palm trees, which has a Florida feel to it with the palm trees. And then, so it has a countryside, it has a city side. So it has a whole mixture. It feels like I'm still in America. So this is why they call it South America. And this is the beauty of South America here, and Barranquilla looks really nice. I like it.
Okay, that's great. And talking about the social, the agency, how was your experience with the ladies, with the translator, the staff? Tell me something about it.
Oh, the experience was really good. You know, my translator, she's really good. She's been helping me all along the way. You know, she is one of the best. And the social has been really good. You know, is you get to meet a lot of women and talk to them. They ask about you. They show that they're interested, and you know, and the way at the end, you know, the translator will find out, you know, who's interested in you, who you're interested in, and then, you know, like really setting those dates, you know. And to tell you the truth, you know, I've always, you know, like had my mind really on one target, you know, really on number one. So there's been confusions, misunderstandings I couldn't figure out. So it's like, you know, but the EFA makes sure that at the end of the day, no matter what happens, that you will find love. So you can find love here. That's for sure.
And your experience in the social and the city tour, knowing the city and the ladies, how was that?
Oh, that was adventurous. That was fun. Bus ride was fun. It was good music playing, a lot of dancing. Taking the boat ride, you know, that was fun. You know, in the city to the boat ride, and we went to the pool party. That was fun. You know, they have, you know, like some really good food there. We got to go to the museum. You know, that was fun. We get to see some of the outfits of what the women put in the carnival, the women and the men. You know, so it's been really fun. I like the activities that are here. Yeah.
That's great. Sarah, how was the experience with Mike?
It was great. We have a really good connection, and we try to talk a lot about his process, to be in common about what he's looking for, to have the success that he have right now. So we are like friends. We have a good connection.
That is important that the translator make that connection with the customer, helps in everything that he needs, especially because they are not in her city, they don't know the culture, the country, and well, that is great that you make that connection with him.
Yes, we're here to help them no matter what. So we try to help in all aspects, all areas. It doesn't mean that have to be only focused on the girls, or we try to help in every aspect in the time that they are here in Barranquilla, so they will be successful in everything over here.
I know that Mike have another kind of service. Can you tell us about something that is special?
Well, he is a VIP client, so what we do is taking care of him 8 hours a day. So we try to be with him as much as we can to help him in everything, to have coordinated with the dates and with everything he wants to do over here, not only go on dates, but explore a little the city and more.
And you go with him everywhere, you never let him alone?
No, never. I take care of him. He's knowing his country, so that's part of our service, to take care of them at some point.
And you make all the dates, you make their schedule?
Yes, we arrange the detail with the office, so we are preparing in advance to have a full week busy, and he can enjoy his time over here.
And how the experience with Mike was, like you was expecting for the client, or he's different from the another?
Well, everybody's different, but our experience have been great. We have a really good communication. We talk too much. He called me on the phone when he needs something. I call him when I need something for him, like I need you on time, things like that, So we have a really great connection. We can understand each other.
That is important, that you make great connection and you can be in touch wherever, in any case.
Yes, Mike is a really nice guy. He's like my brother, if you can say like that.
Mike, and what you can tell us, Sarah, as her service, and her service, and say something about her.
Sarah's really good. She's patient. She gives good advice. She is like a friend. And she is there for me. You know what I mean? And I also want to say, before, I always have my mind and heart on one target. I wasn't trying to go on different dates, but like I said before, since there were confusion and misunderstanding, I end up going on different dates, which is also a good thing. So the company is working in a way where, whatever happens, the company have your back. You know what I mean? The company agrees that, hey, you can focus on one, but just in case there's misunderstandings and confusions and everything, we got your back with other things. So that's a good thing.
That is important. And what other activities are you make with Mike? Apart the dates, you are going to know the city. You show him.
Yes, we explore the malls around the city, places that he liked it. We went to a nice restaurant and he loved the food from Barranquilla. So yes, that's what we have been doing. And he wants to go to the beach, so we're planning to go there to explore more with his day, which is really nice because it's different from what they usually see in the US. So we're trying to show them the beautiful face of Barranquilla.
That is important. Okay, guys, that was all for today. Mike, I hope you enjoyed your time here in Barranquilla, and the rest of the day you have a lot of fun with Sarah and with the date. Thank you so much for coming to Barranquilla, and I hope you can recommend the agency with your friends.
Yes, I did. With the agency. Yes, this is a place to be. This is good.
Okay, guys, that was all for today. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, back again. So I hope you enjoyed the interviews, and let me get you into the questions here, and you had a couple of more questions what I saw in the webcast. So you like the woman, so if you like the woman, you can reach out to them, and if you reach out to them, you can do that on their profile. If you don't know how to get to their profile, reach out to me and I try to help you to get to their profile, okay? But generally, you go on the website, you put her profile number in, you can go on a search engine. You can go on the website loveme.com, you can go on the website medellindating.com, you can go on the one colombiandating.com, doesn't really matter, and there you can just put her profile number in, and then once you see her profile on the right hand side, you can send her a message or set up a video call. So there are different ways how to reach them and how to meet them. So if you want, just let us know and we help you to reach out to them. JP, I'm getting to your question just in a second, JP. JP, thank you for sending that in. JP is asking, I cannot decide between the 3 Colombian tours. So what should I do? What criteria should I base a decision on if I can only attend one of the 3 tours? So what I would do is I go on the website, do the search engine for Total Colombia, and then put the woman in my hot list. And if you see that you have, for example, 10 women in Medellin and 3 in Barranquilla and 1 in Cartagena, then you definitely should go probably to Medellin, right? And this should be probably the tour where you want to go. If you now say I have in all of the cities the same amount of women, like I like them all of them are beautiful. Usually most of you guys have a type. So usually when you go on the website and you start putting girls into the hot list, you usually see a result, and not usually, most of you guys don't have all the same amount of women in one place, right? Usually there is more in one place and a little bit more less in the last other places. If that's the case, that's great. Then you just go where you have most women. If that's not the case, if you have like really equally the women in each city, then I would maybe go what touristy wise, what weather wise interests you. If you like the ocean, if you like the beach, then I would go rather to Barranquilla, Cartagena. If you like the mountains, if you like a little bit cooler weather, then I would go to Medellin. If you like more European influence, I would go more to Medellin. If in Bogota, if you like more other countries' influences, then I mean you have European influence everywhere because this was original Spanish country, right? So you have European influence obviously everywhere, but there are different physical aspects. So that's why I'm saying usually most of you guys, you have a favorite and you have a different type. So if I would just go by that. And if you then don't know, then just reach out and I try to help you and see based on who you are, what is maybe a good city for you. What I can see in Barranquilla, for example, the women are a little bit better educated, the women are more professional, they do speak some more English, but the women are a little bit more demanding maybe as well. Not that they are like having totally high expectations. They don't, because you're foreigner, but they do have an expectation as a man. So they do want men who are professional as well, who are well dressed, who take care of themselves. So, but Barranquilla women are very open, like to age difference as well. It's just that they do want to marry. They are professional, but very focused on the family. And sometimes they have a little bit more higher standard as well. But I do like the women in Barranquilla very much. I do like them in Cartagena, Medellin as well, Santa Marta. So it's a little bit about you, where you vibe a little bit more, right? So let me see, you guys. You have a lot of questions tonight, so that is amazing. So let me see. Hello from Texas, Dennis is saying. Hi, Dennis. Hello. If we miss a tour, can we still coordinate a meeting with several women at their city? Yes, Pete. If you cannot go on a tour, so some of you guys can go to all of the tour dates. It's great. Some of you cannot make it on the tour dates because you can get notification on those tour dates. So you can go, yes, definitely on any other time of the year. You can go to any city you want and we can set up dates for you. Obviously, the cities where we have our offices in are a little bit more easier and where we have more women. So it makes more sense sometimes to go to those. But as I said, you can, if you see in Bucaramanga a woman you like and you are interested in, why not pursuing that, right? It's about where the connection is, not where the office is. So, but yeah, you can definitely meet women and we can set up dates with a woman in different cities in Colombia. So you can come any time of the year. You don't have to come for the tour if you cannot make it on the tour. And some of you guys don't like the tours, don't like the socials. So there are the individual introductions. There's the Latin club and there's the elite club. Let me talk with you for a second about the elite club. Manuela talked with you about last week a lot about the video calls, why the video calls are a great way to connect with somebody, right? And obviously technology nowadays, I mean, I'm with you right now in a Zoom call. Some of you guys asked if it's a new camera. I'm actually with my phone camera, like my laptop camera broke. So I'm right now with that one. So it seems like it's a better camera even. So that's great. And yeah, that is what you basically have, right? You have a conversation in a Zoom call where you are with a translator and you're going to get to know that person more and more. The Zoom calls and the woman you're going to talk to are based on several things, right? Obviously on your search criteria. That can be woman you yourself put on your hot list and you would like to meet her. And so we contact her, or that are also women we recommend to you if you are part of the Elite Club. The Elite Club, we have lots of matchmakers working with you. You work principally with me and Ginella. That is, we do weekly Zoom calls where we talk about your dating progress, how you're doing in between, and what days you should do and what not, and how's it going with that girl and where the connections with the other one. So we do that every week, but basically we have like 6 matchmakers working for you at the same time, finding matches for you, which are based on your criteria and what we think and the woman we personally know and think are a good match for you. Because, I mean, there's so many, right? How can you know? How can you decide? They all look nice. They all look serious. They all look that way. And that is a little bit the difficulty, because here right now you are in between a online dating and a matchmaking service, right? So basically you have a matchmaking service in an online dating thing, because you have a lot of profiles online. You can reach out to them directly, which in most of the matchmaking services you cannot. But here there are matchmakers who can help you to make the right decision, right? And not just go blindly into it and then you spend a lot of money not actually knowing if that's going to give you any results. So the Elite Club is exactly for those people who are serious, who want to have a relationship, who want to get married, who need some help to navigate this online dating jungle. Not so much help by dating, because most of my clients do not need help dating. They do need help to navigate in this online dating jungle, like who's serious, who's not. It's not that they cannot get dates. Most of my clients can get a lot of dates. Lots of the clients are very successful men, right? So it's not that you cannot go out and meet somebody. But where do you meet so many people who match your criteria? Where's somebody who can know them, who knows the language, who knows the culture? And so there's a lot of support from our side. So if you are not sure and saying, yeah, I have tried it, and I have done it, and it's actually really not that easy on my own. Even if I'm young, good looking, and lots of the clients I have are young and good looking and successful. It's just that not everybody, like we have 3,000 profiles just in Colombia. How do you know who is really what you're looking for and who matches what you're looking for, right? Obviously, some might state they want a child, some might state they want to leave the country. So some of them you might get an idea. That's why we do the interview, so that you get a better idea, and we show the videos of them. But in the Elite Club, we interview them. We ask them a lot of questions. We review their profiles prior, and so that is the service where you do get all that. In all the other service, you don't get so much that we interview the woman. Obviously, the women come into our office. Lots of the women we know personally, but really in the Elite Club, you get the really deeper service there. And so the ones who don't know, who are right now like on the edge, reach out to me, ask me, let's talk about it. You can do several payment plans as well. If you can pay everything on once, we can do 2 or 3 payment plans so that you can pay for that service. But I have guys who are saving for that service for a year or 2 years now, because I'm talking with them since pandemic, and they say, Maria, I really want to do it, but I want to do it right. And I said, then don't go do any other thing. Do save up for the service. If it takes a little bit longer, no problem. But I would rather spend that money there and having the results, which I know I can give you in an Elite Club, because you get so much more, like we are with you, right, in the process. While on the tour, we are with you as well, but we're just with you for a week. So you come here, we meet you, we help you, and then you go, and that's it. And so in the Elite Club, you get 3 months of our weekly input on what is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do. So it's a completely different experience. So then about the different services, obviously there are price differences. You can go on individual dates. A letter starts at $10. An individual introduction starts at $220, and an Elite Club and Latin Club starts at $1,500. A tour starts at $3,000. And an Elite Club starts at $8,000. So there's obviously a price difference, but the guys who have been doing it, believe me, have seen a difference, and you will spend the money maybe in the time, and now in 3 months you get so much more results. So that's something to consider. If you think about it, reach out. We're going to talk about the Elite Club more in the future. I'm actually working on some videos right now for you to share with you. And so but get me back to, maybe let's get back to 2-3 questions, and then I would like to show you some photos of one of our clients, because it's also very important. Doesn't matter if you're in the Elite Club, if you're in the tour, if you're on an individual introduction, it is important that you invest in the photos. As you see, our women on the website, most of them have good photos. The ones who don't have good photos usually are not the ones you select. So we can see how important a good photo is, because we can see it with the women. And you guys, it's not very different. Women also want an attractive man, and it's not about so much that you look like a supermodel, but the way how to present, how you present yourself. And the women, and not only Colombian women, all women all over the world, but Colombian women also pay a lot of attention to their presentation. Not so much about how, wow, he's a Brad Pitt. No, but how does your clothes look like? How does your nails look like? How is your whatever expression, your smile, like little things. Women pay attention to little things. So I will show you a couple of pictures in a second, but let me see a couple of your questions before. Close to the Argus aiding, we already answered that question. Why can't women ever answer, what do you offer in a relationship, direct and straightforward? She dropped the ball on that question. It was about the interview. Peace of mind is the number one answer that men look for. Guys, you have to keep in mind those interviews are quite spontaneous, right? So she just comes to that social, and we say, hey, you would like to have an interview? And she said yes, and she has no idea what we sometimes ask. So sometimes it's difficult in that moment when you are in front of the camera, somebody interviewing you, and you have to come up with a question and a quick reply. And you know how it is, then you get off the camera and said, I should have answered that. I should have said that, right? So yeah, to her defense, maybe she should have said something more, but it's not that easy to talk in front of the camera. And really, we have to appreciate every woman who is in front of that camera, and every man, every of you guys, every of you clients, and all our female clients who are in front of the camera. We really appreciate it, because it's really not that easy, and you get nervous. And yeah, but if you want, write her a message, write her an email where you ask her, what you offer in a relationship. And then maybe you get a clearer answer about that. And sometimes, it's like, I offer loyalty, right? So, but then you think about, I could offer like 20 more things, right? But in the moment, you cannot really think about it. T is asking, hi, how are you doing? I would stay clear. Messages if the site messages are some pre-written garbage. Okay, I don't know if the messages are pre-written garbage. Maybe you are talking about the introduction letters. And then you get the woman's number and they don't reply. So that should not be the case. If you have a problem, then please reach out to us. We're always happy to look into any case that is kind of weird or where you don't have a good experience. Obviously, we cannot force any woman to reply to any messages, right? But we can definitely look into what's going on. Why is she not? What's the thing? And the messages are not pre-written garbage, I would say. Like the moment when they come into the office, we ask them if they can write a general introduction letter about themselves. So they introduce themselves generalized, right? And then usually after the first introduction letter, if you like to, you reply back. She gets to know you and replies back with her own words and her own writing. I mean, there's always a translator who translates the letters, but should be herself writing all the letters. So, and getting help of the translator, but it should not be like that. So if you have a bad experience, so please reach out. You can send me an email or you send it to Liz. which is afa@lovememail.com, or you write to me, afacolombia7@gmail.com, and then we're happy to look into your case and see what happened with that woman. Where are the socials located in Colombia, Charles is saying. So, Charles, we usually have them located in the hotels. So we rent a venue in the hotel. Most of the times in the hotel where you're staying. Sometimes we do it in different venues, but most of the time in the hotel where you stay with the group, we do the social. I would love to do socials and meet women. When is the next one? The next one is in June, 1st of June, Medellin. Guys, I repeat one more time, Medellin tour is always an amazing experience. It's the tour with the most demand. It's the tour where most guys want to go on the tour. So far, we couldn't get so big tours because our venues were limited. Because we most of the times did it in the Dew Park, or we did it also in another venue, but it was small. But right now we have a bigger venue, a bigger hotel. The venue will be in the same hotel. It's a 4-star hotel. It's very beautiful, amazing location, big hotel, beautiful pool. Some of you guys want to have a pool. Now we have a pool in Medellin. Basically, finally the hotel has one. I don't think it's that necessary in Medellin and Barranquilla, Cartagena. I do think it's more necessary, but it's nice to have a pool. The woman can hang out with you, obviously, there, and you can spend some time with them, get to know them. And so I'm really looking forward to that new experience in Medellin. So make sure you sign up for that soon. As I said, it will be a bigger tour, but it's not unlimited, the spaces, so it's still limited. So I would recommend you signing up soon. For the upcoming Medellin social, Rammstein is asking, will the women who are not on the AFA website attend the social? Why is that? Or should we be concerned? Is she hiding something? When she's not to want, you asking if she doesn't want to go on the social. No, I wouldn't be concerned about it, because lots of the women do not want to go to the social. You have to keep in mind the social is a speed dating event, right? And so there are 7 times more women than men on the social. So per man, we have 6 or 7 women invited. So when you sit there, you have a lot to choose from as a man, but as a woman, you only have like maybe 15, 17, 18 guys you usually choose from. And so you have 100 women and 18 guys, right? So for the woman, it's not necessarily the most amazing experience. We try that it is. We try that she has a lot of fun. We try that she meets friends, right? Female and male. She gets the rest, like we serve food, we have drinks included, we do games, we do competitions, she can win prizes. So we try to do it as interactive as we can, right? But sometimes obviously not everyone likes it, and not all the women want to go. And really, like some women who are really attractive, no children, speak good English, they might not want to go to the social and sit in a room full of 100 other women, right? They want to feel more special. They would like to be invited to an individual date. So I would recommend you that you do that, and not just because she doesn't want to go to the social. It's not a bad thing. I would say 50% of the women do not want to go to the social. 50 want to go, maybe a little bit more, maybe 70% want to go, and 40% do not want to go on a social because there are just too many other women there. And so just ask her if she would like to go on a private date with you. And if she says no, then that is what it is. And if she says yes, then it's great, right? And we can ask her, if you sign up for the tour, we always can ask her if she would like, if she doesn't want to. That's what we usually do. You guys usually send a list of social invites in. So we ask her if she would like to go on the social. And if she says no, then we ask her if she would be interested in a private introduction. If she says yes, then we already do that and set you to, organize you to on a private introduction. When we receive messages to our emails, are the women from the woman directly or automated response? Pete, I talk about Colombia right now. I don't know if you send it to other countries all over the world, because not all our affiliates, there are some affiliates that are not our own offices. But talking from my experience in Colombia, the women do reply, not directly the woman, if not with the So the woman sends her reply to the translator translates it and then sends it back, right, into the system. But everything she writes should be written by her, right? The content, everything she says should be written by her, and the translator should just be translated, right? Sometimes the translator might help with something, but usually in Colombia, it's all the woman replying, except for the first message, which is the introduction letter, which I told you it's a generalized letter, what she writes when she comes into the office. So she writes about who she is, what she's looking for, and that is the general thing that our matchmaker sent out to you. So the thing you get is not even by a machine, it's sent out by a person. That doesn't mean that all of them match your criteria. They should, that's what they should do, but sometimes they do not, right? So the first thing, the introduction letter is sent out by some of our matchmakers, but is a generalized message by her. And then usually she has to reply, right? She wants to, right? Nobody has to do nothing. She wants to reply, and then she does that. If she speaks English, or she might reply in English. And if she doesn't do that, then she can do it in Spanish, and the translator helps her to reply to the question or to the letter. So, Stephen, what about doing an individual tour? Would that work well with the ladies in Colombia? Yes, of course. Individual tours, individual introductions. Guys, you can come any time of the year. If you say, I want to go in May, and we don't have any tours in May, you can come on a Latin club, you can come and pay for 4 or 5 dates. You pay 95 per introduction, $95 per introduction, 125 for the membership fee, valid for 10 days. 125 plus 95 is 220 for the first introduction, then 95 plus 95 plus 95. So for 3 dates, you pay 315, and then for 2 dates, 315. For 3 dates, 410. For 5 dates, 300. For 500, I cannot do it right now. 220, 315, 410, 505, and 600, depending how you go with the introductions up, right? And the Latin Club makes sense if you want to do more than 10 dates per week, okay? Guys, I'm on the China tour. That's great that you are on the China tour. I kept spending money on letters, not having the money for the trip. I had to get a grip and not ride so I could travel. Exactly. Okay. And it worked, and I am on the China tour. That's great, Jemima. I'm really glad to hear. The China tour sold out instantly. So, guys, I'm really happy for you going. And exactly, as somebody saying, Gemma is also saying, as far as which tour to go, may fall the time you get free and the time you can afford the trip as well. So sometimes it's about the woman, sometimes about the time you can get off, sometimes the time you have the money. Depends, everybody of you is a little bit different, and depends individually of all of you. Guys, before we end the show, you have a couple of more questions I'm going to answer, but I want to show you 2 things. One of them is we want to talk about the photos for a second. So if you guys think about dating, doesn't matter if in an elite club, in an individual introduction, on a tour, we always need photos of you where you represent yourself, right? And so some of you guys have really bad photos, like some of the women. So the women, we do assist a lot in the selection of the photos. We even do the photo shootings with them, sometimes totally for free, so that they get a good presentation on the platform. But you guys don't get that kind of support from us. We usually expect you guys to come and to have your photos ready. So 89% of you guys have no professional photos. And I really, 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 really would recommend you do get professional photos. Doesn't matter, invest the $200 that it costs. I know in the US it's not cheap. I know that in Colombia it's a lot cheaper, but really invest that money, because those photos you can use for your professional business page, you can use it for your Facebook, you can use it for your LinkedIn, you can use it for dating, you can use it for any platform, but it makes sense. And if you use it for your family album and you send it to your parents, also that makes sense, right? So any pictures you can get in the current state where you are at in your life, it's a good idea, because the women do want to have a man who's well presented. So we have one of our clients, Kevin, who is also he's doing an elite club right now, who was so kind to be giving us the permission to share his photos. And I would just like to give you in a second, Kirk, if you are listening to me right now, please show 1 second the photos of Kevin before and after. Kevin had a couple of photos. He took himself in an elevator typical selfie photos. They are not bad photos, right? It's just taken in the elevator. He just did a little selfie. And then he had a photo where he asked a friend where he did a full body shot, which is great because we always need a full body shot of you as well as you need from the woman. And so we need some where you need your face, some like portrait photos. And then we need the ones where you have the full body shot. So he had those first 3. And it was not bad. We have seen worse photos. Actually, the one where he's in the full body shot, he looks really nice. So it was not bad at all. But I said, let's do some professional photos. I really recommend doing some professional photos. Let's try with that. And he did. And I have like 100 of more examples. Not all the men do give me the permission to show that. And there are lots of transformations. I would like to do a little video where I can show you the before and after. But Kirk, if you listen to me, maybe you can show the after photos right now. Obviously, it was in the winter. It would have been more perfect in the summer, but it is what it is. We do the Elite Club right now. We cannot wait until the summer. And so he did it in the pure winter at minus, I don't know how many degrees. It was really cold in Oregon. And but the photos, I think, turned out beautiful. Obviously, one can be like in the summer, you're in the t-shirt, you're a little bit more tanned, whatever. But the photos look professional. The lighting is amazing. The clothes look nice. You look like a man. You know, the women were excited. They all say yes to all of the photos, to all of the, like most of them are excited to meet Kevin. They say yes to the profile. And before it was not that easy. Not that Kevin is always an attractive person, an attractive man, but the way how you present how a photo, how the first impression are 30 seconds. So that first impression is so important. So if you cannot convince her in the first 20, 30 seconds, you might not convince her never. So invest in those photos. Those $150 might be the best invested money you have there. Before you might invest in an elite club, that might be another good investment for you. But even if you don't do an elite club, you're saying, okay, I don't need an elite club. I want to try it on my own, but at least get the photos done because it does make a difference for you. Okay. So I hope you can see the photos right now. And then I would like to show you our women 3 interviews from the ladies. So I would like to show you those. And our guys, if you haven't seen them. So I think we have 2 or 3 more videos left. And then I will get into your questions to end the show. So guys, I see you in around 8-9 minutes again.
Hola chicos, buenas noches. Quiero presentarle en esta oportunidad a Laura, nuestra bella afilada 26488. ¿Cómo estás, Laura? Feliz noche.
Hola, feliz noche a todos.
¿Cómo te has sentido, Laura?
Súper bien, me encanta interactuar con las personas, conocer un poco de ellos y que me conozcan a mí.
Cuéntame, ¿qué edad tienes?
22.
Ya estás en busca de tu amor ideal.
Sí, pues me gustaría entablar una relación seria con una persona para poder compartir juntos.
¿Pero te ves casada en corto o largo plazo? ¿Te gustaría primero tener como una amistad, crear relación?
Todo depende de la conexión y el feeling que pueda conseguir con la persona.
¿Estarías dispuesta a moverte al extranjero o prefieres quedarte aquí en Colombia?
Estaría dispuesta a mudarme al extranjero dependiendo de la situación.
Cuéntame qué haces, estudias, trabajas, qué profesión tienes.
Soy estudiante de negocios internacionales, me encuentro en 10º semestre y termino en diciembre.
¿Y hablas inglés o...?
Soy en B1.
But you speak a little?
So speaking English.
Okay.
Uno va perfeccionando a medida del tiempo y me encuentro estudiando en Open English para perfeccionar el nivel.
Bueno, pero la idea es esa, que si vas a conocer a alguien de afuera, que puedas aprender.
Obviamente el idioma es muy importante.
Vamos a ver qué pregunta nos tiene por aquí el destino para conocer un poquito más acerca de ti. Igual ya saben que si le quieren enviar una carta a ella, se la pueden hacer a través del ID 26488.
¿Eres dominante o dominada? Soy dominante. Sí.
¿Qué signo del zodíaco eres?
Géminis.
Oh my God. Sí, eres dominante.
Sí.
Una preguntita hay por aquí. Súper, vamos a ver. ¿Cuáles son los valores que más te gustaría de ese caballero?
Los valores, el respeto, el poder cuidar la integridad del uno y del otro, porque es muy importante. Que sea una persona inteligente, me gusta un hombre inteligente, caballeroso y que sepa qué quiere en la vida.
Sumamente importante. Bueno, súper, Laura, gracias por este momento. Viene una bella mujer a ver una vueltica, Laura. Ajá, para que vean. Hermosa, real, la pueden contactar, hacerle llegar una carta, establecer una conversación. Estamos aquí esperando por ustedes, chicos. Chao, chao. Hello guys, and I have another girl that speaks English, so it's very easy for you to contact her. Carolina, our beautiful Carolina, have the ID profile 208147. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm good, and you?
How do you feel tonight?
I feel very good. I like the meeting tonight. It's really, really good.
Okay, what about the place, the guys?
The plays and the guys are very good. They're gentlemen, and we are enjoying the night. Really.
Carolina, how long have you been here at the
At the agency, I've been around 2-3 months.
Very yes, I remember this. You almost knew. So what you decide to come here by the recommendation because you saw us at the social media and say, oh yes, I trust in this agency.
Because of a friend. She met a really good man.
Yes.
So she told me about the agency. She told me very good things.
Okay.
And because I want to look for the love of my life. I want to find a husband, a relationship. So she told me this agency is more serious. The guys are more serious about it. If you're looking for something good, real. So
you know, everything is good and real.
yeah.
Nice. And Carolina, how old are you?
I'm 31 years old.
Very young. And what do you do? What is your profession?
I do work from home. I am a publicist, a single mom
Okay.
of a 3-year-old daughter.
A daughter of 3 years. Okay.
Yes, I do everything from home, but I love to travel, and I'm looking for the love of my life and take me out of Colombia.
And what are the values of that special person for you?
For me, someone with a good heart, humble, good heart, someone who likes to help other people, who likes to travel, animals, kids, and enjoy life, and someone who have good sense of humor.
Nice. Well, Carolina, let's go to take a question tonight, or what the universe wants to know about you. And let's go to read the question in English. Let's see, guys. Let's see what is the question.
If a gentleman invites you to travel somewhere, which place you would like more, the mountains or the beach?
What do you prefer?
I prefer the beach. Sometimes mountains are good too. Depends on the place, but beach.
And any destination special about beach that would you like to go?
Well,
Like Cancun, Las Bahamas, Bora
I
Bora.
would like to go Bora Bora. Yeah, beautiful place to go. I never been there, so something like that.
And I would like to close this beautiful interview asking you if someone would like to make something special for you, what would you like to have?
Like something special.
Like your first day, for example.
Well, you can take me to a dinner in a beautiful place. It's nice too.
With a nice conversation.
Yes.
Well, Carolina, remember guys, her ID is 208147. Carolina is a beautiful girl, speak English, professional, young, Colombian women, real Colombian women, so you can contact her. Say, these guys are working for you.
Thank you for inviting me, and I really like to be part of this agency because it's really nice, and I'm taking this serious. I hope I can find a really good man who wants something serious and real.
Okay, bye guys, stay nice.
Chicos, buenas noches, ¿cómo van? Estamos en la segunda noche de evento, hoy es sábado, aquí en la ciudad de Medellín. Estamos con Karen, una joven súper linda, su ID es 20856. Karen, ¿cómo estás esta noche?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Te veo muy hermosa, una vueltica para que esos chicos te puedan ver. ¡Wow! Una hermosa chica, ¿cuántos años tienes?
22 años.
22. La edad súper divina. A ver, Karen, cuéntanos un poquito, ¿estudias, trabajas? ¿Qué sueños tienes a futuro?
Bueno, soy estudiante de ingeniería biomédica, estoy en el 8º semestre. Mis sueños a futuro es encontrar al hombre de mi vida y viajar por el mundo y tener una hermosa familia.
Ay, Dios mío, tener una hermosa familia, ya saben, una mujer que ya sabe, mejor dicho, lo que quiere, que está súper centrada, que quiere cumplir sus sueños. Karen, a ver, vamos a responder unas preguntitas por aquí, a ver. ¿Lees la preguntita?
¿Te gusta leer? Sí, me gusta leer bastante y bueno, me gusta leer bastante, es uno de mis hobbies y mi libro favorito es El retrato de Dorian Gray.
¡Wow! Una chica súper interesante. A ver, otra preguntita.
Vamos a ver. Ay, se las muestro. ¿Cuál es la cualidad que más te identifica? El amor, la sencillez, es como lo que me identifica completamente. Soy una mujer muy amorosa, sencilla, pero bueno, también tengo sueños y cositas grandes que me gustan.
Qué bonito, una chica súper amorosa, súper cariñosa y súper hermosa. Vamos con otra preguntita.
Listo, vamos a ver. Ah, perfecto. Dice, ¿cuáles son los valores que más te gustarían en un caballero? Principalmente el respeto. Es algo que a cualquier persona es algo indispensable. Segundo es la honestidad, porque para tener una relación es súper importante la honestidad. Y tercero, amor hacia mí, porque tiene que amarme y cuidarme.
Mejor dicho, ya entonces por lo que dices, vemos que eres una niña súper tierna, que te gusta que te dé mucho cariño, mucho amor. A ver, cuéntanos una cosita, ¿cuál sería esa cita que tú dirías perfecta?
Una cita perfecta puede ser ir a un restaurante bonito, escuchar acompañado con música suave, si hay piano con piano, me encanta el piano, y una rica cena y pues acompañada de una gran persona a mi lado, básicamente eso.
Amor, amor y mucho amor. La última preguntita, ¿te gusta hacer deporte?
Me encanta, practico karate y yoga y hago ejercicio todos los días.
Mejor dicho, una chica deportista, amorosa, cariñosa, hermosa. Aquí está para ustedes. Ella es Karen, su ID es 208256. Karen, para despedirte, ¿qué les dirías y qué preguntita les dejarías para que te respondan con una carta?
Bueno, mi pregunta sería, ¿a dónde les gustaría que fuéramos de vacaciones?
¡Wow!
¿A dónde me llevarían de vacaciones?
¿Qué pregunta, chicos? Ya saben, tienen que enviarle una cartica respondiéndole su pregunta. Gracias, Karen, por concedernos esta entrevista, que te diviertas y pasemos una linda noche.
Muchas gracias, María, que estés bien. Chao. Que estén
Chao.
Beautiful, beautiful women, and so if you would like to meet them, let me reply, please repeat one more time their ID numbers so that you have them at hand. But anyway, you can repeat it, the video, but the ID of Karen is 208256. Carolina, you try saying Carolina should update her profile. It doesn't say she speaks English, and she clearly speaks well. Yeah, guys, that sometimes happen. The information on the profile, we try to keep it updated as much as it is, but sometimes the woman, same with Karen. Karen doesn't speak English in the interview, but Karen speaks perfectly English. I don't know why we didn't do the interview in English. Sometimes there's so many things going on a social, so that we forget about it. But Karen speaks perfectly English, Carolina speaks English, so sometimes the information on the profile is not accurate in both ways. Sometimes it might say she speaks it and then it isn't that well, then sometimes it says it doesn't speak it and she does speak it. So it's the women themselves who are telling us the information, so sometimes we don't know. But the ID of Karen is 208256, Carolina is 208147, and Laura is 206488. So if you have any questions, you don't know what to do, write me the ID number, I get you in touch with her, okay? No worries. Let me get you to some of your questions before we get to the end of the show. So you guys asked quite a few now. So Leobert is asking, how do the Colombian women feel about African American men? Leobert, the women are very generally open to anything, right? Age, skin color, religion. One of you guys, Baba, is asking, do women generally care what religion the guy is? No. If you're African American, doesn't really matter. I mean, there might be women who are not interested, but that is okay, right? It is not everybody's interested in everybody. But generally, the Colombian women are very open, especially at the coast, Barranquilla, Cartagena, Santa Marta. We have no problems at all. The religion is not that important if you are maybe not a completely different religion. I mean, I'm not saying that religion might not be a thing. It's usually not a thing. It's just more that you're faithful, that you believe in God, that you have faith, but it's not so much what is a religion. If you're Muslim, for example, it's a little bit difficult because the women are Catholic and they're not used to the Muslimic culture. So I'm not saying it's not possible. We had Muslims dating in Colombia, definitely. We have Jewish people dating in Colombia. It doesn't really matter. It's just keep in mind that she might not be willing to change her religion right away, right? Or to change her religion at all. So that is something keeping in mind, that you have to do that slowly. But I had Jewish men who said, I don't mind anymore. I don't have to just marry a Jewish girl. If she's Catholic, I'm okay. I have Muslim men who had the same. Some Catholic women might be open to change to a different religion, but it is something you have to take very slowly. I have also men with other religions, from other religions, and totally other religions. So yeah, it's possible, but just keep in mind, for her, it's not so much that she will change her religion, but if you have kind of the same beliefs, she will be okay with that. Does Google Translator work in Colombia? Yes, definitely it does. And a lot of you guys are surviving by Google Translate. So yes. Squishy Plums is saying professional photos are a good idea. Squishy, I am telling you, as a woman, as a matchmaker, please get professional photos. Sometimes we do magic. Sometimes I don't know how we get you the dates with the terrible photos. Sometimes you guys have, and we still get them, but really make our job a little bit easier, and the woman as well. They also want to meet a man who is well presented, right? McKissick is asking, for the Medellin tour, do we book our own hotel, or is the cost of the hotel included in the price of the tour? McKissick, the price is included. The hotel is included. It's a 4-star hotel. It turns out to book out quickly as well. So the hotel is included, but if you sign up 1 week prior to the tour, 3 weeks prior to the tour, the hotel might be full, right? So, but obviously right now they have space. I have rooms reserved for you guys. And so we have a contract with the hotel. I reserved initial rooms for you. So we have a space right now. So sign up and we would be happy to meet you in Medellin, or also in August in Barranquilla. We have another tour in September. Also the Cartagena tour, obviously you can get still on the waiting list. So keep in mind. Sayed is asking, if I'm already visiting Medellin, can I still join? Yes, Sayed, you can sign up for the whole tour. If you don't want to do if you have a hotel already, we can take out the price of the hotel. We could do that. And that would be a possibility that you can still join if you're already in Medellin, no problem. Or some guys want not to stay in the hotel, they want to do their Airbnb, or they want to do different things, then just let us know. We can take something out for the amount of the nights you're not going to join us in the hotel. Is there a lounge setting to meet ladies? Charles, I'm not sure where you're referring to. So on the social, yes, there obviously you meet the woman in a salon, in a venue, in a beautiful venue. But also when you go into our office, or if you meet in the hotel, there's always places where you meet, and that's like you go to a bar, you go to a restaurant. So if there's no lounge setting, you go then to a place where you both feel comfortable, right? Some of you guys who go to individual introductions meet first in the office. In our office, there is no lounge setting. You meet in the office, and then once she signs your IMBRA form, you go and meet in a restaurant. You go from the office, you take a cab or you walk, and then you meet. You meet there. I was told Carolina was married when I tried to schedule a video call with her. Is that true? Oh, Cameron, I don't know. If that's the case, that would be very surprising because I think that interview was not that long ago. But please reach out to me and please let me know, and we look into that right away, because that far that I know, I don't know. That would be very surprising. So let me know. Let me check, and I will check. I will write this down right now, Carolina. Check video call, because that is very surprising if that would be the case. Although those interviews from the Medellin tour were in January, I mean, between January and April, things can happen. I have not checked back with her, but let me see and ask again. So I don't obviously want to present to somebody who is not available. Let me see what other questions you guys are having. If the woman of Bogota attends the socials in Medellin, I have several women in Bogota on my hot list. Maybe is this the phase that we won't meet? It's only 1 hour flight. Yeah, guys, the woman might be open, but you have to keep in mind a 1 hour flight costs money, right? And she goes on a social where she's going to meet 100 of women. So 100 of women, yes, 10 men, and maybe 100 of women or 15 men. So I would, if you would like to invite her, you can do that. Then pay for her accommodation and pay for her travel. And then you see if you would like to invite her to the social, or maybe go directly to an individual introduction with her. But just that, because it's 1 hour flight away, I mean, it's a lot of money they have to go just to spend in a hotel, in a flight, to go in the night where they don't have any date secured. They have no idea if you're going to ask them out. They're just sitting there on a table waiting that you might ask them. And they're meeting men every 15, 20 minutes. But it's like, you have to keep in mind that most of the women here earn like $250, $300 a month. So for them, taking a flight, paying for a hotel and going to a social is money they don't have most of the time. So it's not that they don't want to. If you want to help them, if you want to pay for that, no problem. We can help you to get her to the social or to meet you. But don't expect that she's making all that kind of effort from her own money and everything, because she really, most of the women, it's not because they don't want to, they really cannot. They cannot. It's not in their possibilities. Can the matchmaker suggest dates other than sit down dinner or lunch dates? Are there activities to do? Yes, of course. We always try to recommend you whatever you need, and if you need some more activities in the dates, we do that. I love it, because I do think it might be sometimes boring to just go having dinner or just having lunch. So you can do a mud volcano, you can go hiking, you can go to Guatapé, you can climb the rock, you can go to any other town in Antioquia. You can go and do a graffiti tour. You can do a river cruise in Barranquilla. You can go into the mall. In the mall, there's like an adventurous type of thing where you do and swim in balls and climb on things. And like there are lots of things, like there are play parks and different locations. You can go to the beaches. You can go on islands. You can go on boats, as I said, like glamping. There are lots of activities you can do. And yeah, we are obviously open to help you, to recommend. Are the women interested in staying in Colombia? I cannot generalize. The women are open generally to move. Some do want to stay in Colombia. I had a case of a client right now who wanted that she relocates, and she is a psychologist and she has her own, her own clinic here. And so she was not that open to move, because she has a really, really good job here. She earns a lot of good money here. But mostly the women are open to move. Some like to stay or have at least the possibility to come 2-3 times a year to visit the family. But most women are open. But I would ask them, right? I would ask them at the table or in a letter or on a date, what they're looking for. How much of an age gap is considered okay? 10, 15 years is great. 10, 15 years, we usually don't have problems. You can go obviously more. But then we do see problems. 20 years, 25 years usually is a little bit more problematic. 10, 15 years, we don't usually have a lot of problems. There is no AFA office in Venezuela for private introductions. I actually would not recommend you too much, like spending money in letters in Venezuela. If you say, okay, why not meeting somebody from Venezuela? I would do that. Maybe do write 1 or 2 letters to introduce yourself and see, maybe do a video call or something, but you can meet them in Colombia. I would not recommend you that you meet them in Venezuela. It's possible to go to Caracas from Bogota. It's also possible to go to Isla Margarita, which is a tourist destination, but I rather would focus more on Colombia right now. We have a lot of women from Venezuela living in Colombia. So if you want to meet somebody from Venezuela, let us know. We have lots of women from Venezuela, but in Colombia. Meeting them in Venezuela right now is a little bit difficult. She could come to Colombia, but some of them even don't have a passport. So, and the passport takes like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and it's not that cheap. So rather maybe focus on women who are already here and you can meet here. So you guys, I'm getting to the end of the evening here. Let me see if there's any other questions you were asking. Can we do tours in Peru and Medellin? Yes. Sometimes we have double tours. Let me check if we have any double tours coming up this year. So you get a cheaper, it's a little bit cheaper if you buy the double tour package. Let me check if we have any double tours for this year. So we do have, no, we don't have really double tour this year. We had that the last years. We always had a tour where you went Machu Picchu and Medellin, for example, and then you paid a little bit less. But I think lots of you guys were not doing it, so I think we took it out. Okay. So right now, no, there is no double tour. What I could see, what you could do is do Medellin and Costa Rica. Medellin and Costa Rica is 1 week apart. So in September, we have a Medellin tour coming up, and 1 week later, we have a Costa Rica tour. So if you want, reach out to Michelle, to Group Desk, or to me, and then we can see if we can make you a special price. Usually we included you the flight between Costa Rica and Medellin, and it is a little bit cheaper if you want to do the double tour. Let me see if there's any. If I'm Medellin, can I do to your office? Yes, obviously, go to the office. The office of Miss Manager is Manuela. You know her. She's going to do the tour, the Latin show next week. Next week we will be, yeah, it will be the day before the Cartagena tour. She will do that one, and you can go to the office in Colombia, in Cartagena, in Barranquilla, Medellin, also in Peru, in Lima, in Costa Rica, in San Jose, and you can pay per introduction. And it doesn't have to be the Latin Club package. The introduction, you pay 125 for 10 days, membership fee per city. So 125, for example, Medellin for 10 days. And then in those 10 days, you can meet the woman, and you pay 95 per introduction. So if you want to meet 3 women, so it's 125 plus 95 plus 95 plus 95, which is 220, 300, 405. Yeah? For meeting 3 women, you pay 405, for example. And so on, right? Dankeschön, JP is saying, you are very welcome, bitteschön. Let me see if any other questions. What, Rammstein? Laura, I like her, she's 35, younger than me, what to do? Guys, I would not go that young. You can try, might be able to get a date, 35 years younger, that she goes on a date, maybe she's open to meet you, but like, I really see the best resorts, 10, 15 years age difference. Don't go too young. Don't make the hassle. Don't make the headache. It's going to be a different generation. It's going to be a different mindset. 20 years if you want. If you're 50 and you want children, I mean, then, but 15 years, 35, she can perfectly have children if she's 35, 40, 39, 38. Some of you guys say, oh, it's going to be risky, whatever. Women nowadays can have children, technology, medicine, everything got a little bit more advanced than it was like 20, 30 years ago. So there are a lot of possibilities. And, but 10, 15 years is a good age difference. So don't go too much, right? The women are open, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be a good result. Okay. Keep that in mind. Guys, it was a pleasure that I had you here. If you have any questions, the Elite Club, the Latin Club, the individual introductions. Somebody was asking Latin Club, Elite Club. Latin Club is 1,500 about, or 1,800, depends on the package. The Elite Club is 8,000. But the Elite Club is 3 months. The Latin Club is 1 week. So obviously that is a huge difference. You get a lot more support. It's an amazing package. If you have any questions, let me know. thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I always enjoy you having guys and hope you enjoy having us and doing these live shows. If I couldn't answer your question, please let me know and reach out to me. I wish you a great Easter week. We'll be not working Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so we have a short week. So if you write an email and you don't get a message right away, a reply right away, please don't think we are not replying. It's just we are off right now this week because there is bank holidays here in Colombia. Easter week, it's a Catholic holiday here, and people do celebrate and they do go into vacation. So we are in high season right now. Guys, I hope to see you next week in Cartagena. I see you guys for the next week for the Cartagena tour Monday on the conference call. If not, I'm looking forward, hopefully see you in Medellin in June. And if not, maybe at some point this year in Colombia. Guys, if you have any questions, we are here. Looking forward, and bye-bye for now. Have a good evening.
Hello guys, today we are with Mike, the client who was in the last tour in Barranquilla. Hello Mike, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
Okay Mike, I want to know how was your experience in Barranquilla?
It was a really good experience. You know, there have been a few ups and downs, you know, kind of like a roller coaster ride, but overall, it's been pretty good.
And how was the process from the correspondence, the letters, and they come here in presential that they feel in the real city with the ladies?
Process have been really good. It got difficult, you know, kind of like in the beginning, but as time goes, you know, it got really good. And I purchased 2 packages, and when it comes to writing letters and pictures and everything, you know, some from the women are true. There may happen to be one. It's not that it's not true. It's just that the connection didn't happen on how it should, and despite misunderstandings and confusions, you know. But overall, you know, it's been good, you know, and you have to really be mentally prepared, you know, because even in this tour, you'll be successful, but before you get to be successful, there's a chance that you might go through a heartbreak, but you'll be successful. The company really helps to make success happen.
So I want to know the first time that you come to Barranquilla, and was like you was expecting or was different? And tell me a little about the event, the activities, for the first time that you come to Barranquilla.
First time I came to Cartagena, it was a little bit more than I expected. I've seen houses that reminds me of back in my country, back in the 90s. You know, some of those beautiful houses. And I've seen, you know, like nice buildings here, and there's beautiful trees, palm trees, which has a Florida feel to it with the palm trees. And then, so it has a countryside, it has a city side. So it has a whole mixture. It feels like I'm still in America, so this is why they call it South America. And this is the beauty of South America here, and Barranquilla looks really nice. I like it.
Okay, that's great. And talking about the social, the agency, how was your experience with the ladies, with the translator, the staff? Tell me something about it.
Oh, the experience was really good. You know, my translator, she's really good. She's been helping me all along the way. You know, she is one of the best. And the social has been really good. You know, is you get to meet a lot of women and talk to them. They ask about you. They show that they're interested, and you know, and the way at the end, you know, the translator will find out, you know, who's interested in you, who you're interested in, and then, you know, like really setting those dates, you know. And to tell you the truth, you know, I've always, you know, like had my mind really on one target, you know, really on number one. So there's been confusions, misunderstandings I could figure out. So it's like but the EFA makes sure that at the end of the day, no matter what happens, that you will find love. So you can find love here. That's for sure.
And your experience in the social and the city tour, knowing the city and the ladies, how was that?
Oh, that was adventurous. That was fun. Bus ride was fun. It was good music playing, a lot of dancing. Taking the boat ride, that was fun. In the city to the boat ride, and we went to the pool party. That was fun. They have like some really good food there. We got to go to the museum. That was fun. We get to see some of the outfits of what the women put in the carnival, the women and the men. So it's been really fun. I like the activities that are here. Yeah.
That's great. Sarah, how was the experience with Mike?
It was great. We have a really good connection, and we try to talk a lot about his process, to be in common about what he's looking for, to have the success that he have right now. So we are like friends. We have a good connection.
That is important that the translator make that connection with the customer, helps in everything that he needs, especially because they are not in her city. They don't know the culture, the country, and well, that is great that you make that connection with him.
Yes, we're here to help them no matter what. So we try to help in all aspects, all areas. It doesn't mean that have to be only focused on the girls, or we try to help in every aspect in the time that they are here in Barranquilla, so they will be successful in everything over here.
I know that Mike have another kind of service. Can you tell us about something that is special?
Well, he is a VIP client, so what we do is taking care of him 8 hours a day. So we try to be with him as much as we can to help him in everything, to have an coordinated with the dates and with everything he wants to do over here. Not only go on dates, but explore a little the city and more.
And you go with him everywhere, you never let him alone?
No, never. Never. I take care of him. He's knowing his country, so that's part of our service to take care of them at some point.
And you make all the dates, you make their schedule?
Yes, we arrange the detail with the office, so we are preparing in advance to have a full week busy, and he can enjoy his time over here.
And how the experience with Mike was, like you was expecting for the client, or he's different from the another?
Well, everybody's different, but our experience have been great. We have a really good communication. We talk too much. He called me on the phone when he needs something. I call him when I need something from him, like I need you on time, things like that, So we have a really great connection. We can understand each other.
That is important, that you make great connection and you can be in touch wherever, in any case.
Yes, Mike is a really nice guy. He's like my brother, if you can say like that.
Mike, and what you can tell us, Sarah, as her service, and her service, and say something about her.
Sarah's really good. She's patient. She gives good advice. She is like a friend. And she is there for me. You know what I mean? And I also want to say, before, I always have my mind and heart on one target. I wasn't trying to go on different dates, but like I said before, since there were confusion and misunderstanding, I end up going on different dates, which is also a good thing. So the company is working in a way where, whatever happens, the company have your back. You know what I mean? The company agrees that, hey, you can focus on one. But just in case there's misunderstandings and confusions and everything, we got your back with other things. So that's a good thing.
That is important. And what other activities are you make with Mike? Apart the dates, you are going to know the city. You show him.
Yes, we explore the malls around the city, places that he liked it. We went to a nice restaurant and he loved the food from Barranquilla. So Yes, that's what we have been doing. And he wants to go to the beach, so we're planning to go there to explore more with his day, which is really nice because it's different from what they usually see in the US. So we're trying to show them the beautiful face of Barranquilla.
That is important. Okay, guys, that was all for today. Mike, I hope you enjoyed your time here in Barranquilla and the rest of the day. You have a lot of fun with Sarah and with your date. Thank you so much for coming to Barranquilla, and I hope you can recommend the agency with your friends.
Yes, and the agency. Yes, this is a place to be. This is good.
Okay, guys, that was all for today. Have a good day. Bye-bye.